Hello world, Servus Welt, and welcome to Brick Talk with Shadow. This is the very first episode of my new format. Hope you like it. We're talking about what was going on and discussion worthy this week in the whole brick scene, in the whole AFOL scene, and yeah. First, I want to talk about Lego and their release overload, prices, and smart play. Because literally, we see a huge amount of releases across many themes every month. It's really difficult to keep track of everything, and to be honest, it's almost impossible and unrealistic to collect everything, and especially the high prices with Lego and the always getting higher prices are something where people need to be increasingly selective, and especially with the adult sets and the display sets, they're basically competing all for the same customers. So personal take, just because a set is good looking, that doesn't automatically mean good value. We see that with a lot of sets. It's more like looks nice, but price wise, ouch. Yeah, of course, everyone decides for themselves what something is worth. For example, the Shrek minifix. Some won't get it. I can wait to get the whole series and the complete series. X-Files set, for example, I personally prefer the giveaway with purchase over the main set. Yeah. Last year it was the new Death Star, that €1,000 big piece of pizza. A lot of people bought it, a lot of people thought it's worth it, but from my perspective, it wasn't worth it. But to each their own. From mock angle, I mean, community, for example, keeps asking for things like schools, hospital, everyday city buildings. So for the mock scene, it's basically good. But Lego doesn't fit every niche. And if Lego doesn't build it somewhere else, well, so yeah, for the mock scene, it's basically good. But especially with the new modulars, of course, people will buy it, but they would have done better if they actually listen to the people and to the community, and if their land ambassadors would have a bigger influence. I think that's some of the reason why recently a lot of people left the Lego Ambassador network. But that's just my personal take and my personal view on things. Since nobody's active in the chat right now, we can basically skip the discussion part. Next up, Smart Play. Pokemon got a new Smart Play implementation, but fun fact, if you want to use your bricks, for example, or your smart bricks, for example, from Star Wars sets, you first gotta upgrade them in the app. And yeah, I think they were originally marketed at the beginning of the year as screen free play, but you need software updates via an app for newer functionality. Yeah, that somehow doesn't fit together for me. Yeah, regarding that Pokemon stuff, I have prepared some of the official news and some of the official pictures. I mean, the sets are available since the start of August, so since, yeah, a bit more than a week. But let's check them out. Yeah, here are the new Pokemon sets. And there are more sets rumored to have that functionality, but we'll get on that later when we get to the rumor mill section. Yeah, update your Lego smart bricks to unlock more play. As I said, when I remember right, as I said at the beginning of the year, it's screen free, so it's ad free, but it is what it is. The latest news with Terry Crews. And always update. And that was the original introduction. React, remove. Click with other sets. Bring stories to life. Okay, now they have Pokemon also here. Yeah, and now it's always update, update, update. And I have doubt that the battery would live longer. But that's another personal take, I'd say. Okay, next up, Kada announced an RS6 Avant. They have an official Audi license. And yeah, that one will be available from August 15th. And of course, it's officially licensed. And let's check out the website about it. Yeah, right now they have a very dark picture there, but it looks already like dark blue design. And to be honest, Kada is doing an awesome job in the alternative brand market. I mean, look at it. Officially licensed. Okay, here's the comment section. Do they already have prices with it? I don't think so. But yeah, if you're into alternative brands, Kada is your go-to with cars, to be honest. And yeah, compared to Lego Technic models, this one just looks awesome. And yeah, alternative manufacturers are becoming increasingly professional. They get major official licenses. Um, Often they cooperate with or they collab with experienced mock designers. Those off-brand models get technical, more complex, and yeah, of course, non-Lego doesn't automatically mean it's just a clone or just cheap stuff. Especially the brick quality of most off-brand or alternative brick brand companies is so good. Yeah, Lego gotta get their shit together. Okay. Gotta check something on my mobile real quick. Okay. So that's so far from the two big main topics for tonight's first episode. Yeah. Meanwhile, in AFOL Europe, Kittycraft, the brand which was revived by a German, yeah, brick YouTuber, and a Germany-based amusement park, announced a collaboration. Or Kittycraft and Stoneheap announced a cooperation with a German amusement park called the Europa Park, and yeah, looks like they're having some exclusive amusement park themes set in the future. Here's the official announcement in German language. Yeah, we'll see what's coming up. But it's interesting to see, especially because it's first of all not huge international news, but that's exactly why I said, okay, let's put AFOL Europe into the break talk. The bigger point is a lot of stuff happens outside the international Lego headlines. Regional licenses can work without global mass appeal. And of course, smaller manufacturers can serve niche, which makes it pretty interesting, especially since in Germany you have more alternative brands, and yeah, some have their own stores, so Lego might be losing some ground there, and especially with those international bigger brands like Rio Bricks, Kada, last year and stuff. Yeah, Lego gotta step up their game because they can't rely on minifigs and big licenses forever. That won't pan out, that won't work out. Next up, Blue Bricks. They got a new Stargate license. That's an official license. And the existing range is already substantial, and yeah, there's of course a dedicated fan base, and let's just switch over to the Bluebricks website where they've listed all the sets. They got some Brickhead 2, Stargate on Planet, the Gate Room from the TV show, and here's one of the newest models. That's Bluebricks Pro, that's Stargate Atlantis, yeah. Official licensed, detailed representation of Atlantis City, display stand with a Stargate plug. You can basically zoom in a bit. And to be honest, zoom in on that plug. Looks really good. Can't tell if it's a sticker or printed, but yeah. Guess it might be printed. And the good thing on smaller manufacturers is they can maybe serve licenses Lego probably wouldn't serve for whatever reason. The advantages are clear. You have smaller required volumes, have dedicated collectors, those are adult focused products, and yeah, those niche licenses can still be commercially interesting, and yeah, of course, if people like it, and it's for a reasonable price, they'll buy it, no matter if it's stamped Lego or not. But yeah, if you would have the same with Lego, you could add up a certain amount of money. Alright, on a quick note, there is 15 years of Replicable going on. Yeah. Hey, yo! Zap, welcome in. Glad you made it. I'm just talking about Replicable and their 15th anniversary. Yeah, here we go. 15 years of Replicable, and yeah, just a quick note. I mean, it's one of the most important MOC platforms, if not the most important MOC platform. It's a major place for discovering instructions. It helped expand the distribution and monetization of MOCs, because it's a pretty basic, simple starting point if you start doing MOCs and want to set those instructions. Hey, Crow! Welcome in. Cool to see you. Yeah, I'm just talking about 15 years of Replicable. Yeah. Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, first episode of Break Talk, a little bit of a bumpy start, but yeah, the stream without some little bumpsies and oopsies isn't a stream. Yeah, the impact Replicable has on the MOC ecosystem is undeniably big. Yeah, but my own experience or my own relationship with Replicable is a little more complicated. because there have been several moderation and gatekeeping decisions that I personally disagree with, where the replicable staff or the replicable admins partly couldn't tell me where stuff was going against the terms of service, and the terms of service are, for a mock designer, their kind of rule book. So you just started using replicable. Okay. We can get a bit more into it. Replicable has, besides the mock search, the possibility to look up certain Lego sets where you can basically look, okay, what alternate builds do I have there, what parts are in sets, what can you build from those parts mock wise. Right. Right, I told you about Bricklink Studio. Another side note, Bricklink belongs to the Lego group. It's their official aftermarket marketplace. But there are certain other marketplaces for original Lego bricks around, like for example Brickole. And as you already said, you got instructions from there. I just get the free ones. Yeah, there are premium instructions too, and without getting too close or too deep in what I experienced with Replicable as a designer, and in that manner as a contributor to that platform. As I said, there have been some takes I can't agree with from my personal view, and what I witnessed with fellow other designers, but the impact is undeniable. And when you start, where do you end up first? Mostly on Replicable. That's a fact. So the impact is still huge. And now, unless you want to discuss some more stuff, like earlier the Audi S6 Avant from Kada, which I can bring up again if needed. I would say let's get to the rumor mill, because this week there have been a lot of interesting rumors. Really interesting rumors. Disclaimer though, what we're talking now about are alleged Lego file leaks. Those are supposed to be 2027, possibly 2028 informations. They are, of course, not officially confirmed, just rumors. So treat everything accordingly. I would say we can have a look at it, share our thoughts on it, and at the end of the day, we still have to sit and wait and see what's true or what's becoming true and what stays rumor. So, tons of set info thanks to an unlocked Lego file. Just read the captions and let that sink in. Queen Mary 2, Lord of the Rings Prancing Pony, Helm's Deep, a castle claw machine based on the Yellow Castle set, upscaled Homer Simpson. I mean, to be honest, I would so celebrate, yes. Oops, Uh, yeah. Here is a screen. Damn. It usually should sync those screens when I have something on and off. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Um, don't know why OBS messes up, but if I have both scenes or if I have the program scene and the preview scene and change something on the preview scene, it's usually changing up on the program scene as well. Yeah. Okay. So all the stuff I have shown before wasn't seen, I guess. But thanks for the reminder. Yeah, upscaled Homer Simpson, Flying Dutchman, Big Knight Rider car. Yeah, as I said, first episode without oopsies and ouchies in the stream, especially with a new format. But I know I'll have to double check in the future. Okay, so maybe I'll get to that other stuff after we talked about the rumor mill, so I can at least show what I've talked about. Yeah, I mean, I'm not new to streaming in general, but this break talk format is a new one, so yeah. Usually I just have my starting screen and my be right back and my stream ending, and yeah, certainly don't switch themes much often. Yeah. Talks about an upscaled Captain Rex, a UCS Millennium Falcon. What else? Golden Gate Bridge, Parthenon. Yeah. Parthenon would be really interesting since I have one uploaded at Lego Ideas. I did a architecture scale model, so that would be really interesting if they come up with a Parthenon, how they did certain stuff and how much similarities there are to my Parthenon design and the other one circulating around on Lego Ideas. That would be really interesting. That's really a hot take. That would be really a hot take. Okay, I'd say, despite those oopsies, let's finish the rumor mill first and get back to the other stuff. So you can basically see what I talked about before. Yeah, modular daily planet. Buildable crypto. Large Arendelle castle. Smart playsets for Frozen is rumored. Yeah. Street Fighter set. No, it's not the Daily Planet, it's the Daily Bugle. Hello Kitty display set. Upscaled Spider-Punk smashing a guitar, Dragon Ball Namek set. New theme of cute animals. Yeah. Theater with Star Wars poster. Tune sent from George Lucas. Landspeeder diorama. Smart plane Ninjago. The modular clock tower. Okay, the modular clock tower is not anymore rumor. That's like more going to the confirmed. That's already kind of confirmed by Lego that the new modular will be a clock tower. It's just not confirmed how it will look like. New Hope poster. Yeah. But what's your thought on that takes on that rumor? That I mean, I completely would get the upscaled Rex since I'm a Star Wars fan. Um, I've built a Mandalorian mega figure, which is way bigger than the Darth Vader, and fits the official Lego helmet they made for the Star Wars series. Yeah, bring back Chima, guys. Um, and for upscaled Homer Simpson, do I really need it? Maybe not. But would I buy it anyway? Yes, just because it's funny and Homer is somehow so iconic. Yeah. I mean, I'm still a bit pissed off that I missed out on those Simpson sets that they were released in my dark ages. Funko Pop collabs. That's something new. That's something I didn't heard of before. But Lego and Funko Pops, without having seen anything. Oh, welcome back, Seb. Without having seen anything, my personal take on it is sounds a bit greedy. But that's something I can check during the week, and we can talk about it in the next episode and in the next rumor mill, I'd say. Okay, give me a second to look them up. Funko Pop Lego Man, okay. No. Some absolute clown bloke. Ouch. uh, you mean like that one here? Like that on Threads? If so, yeah, I'm doing good. Just a regular oopsies and ouchies, like OBS didn't not working properly. Okay, let me just open up some. So, okay, let me go back on one of the hot topics, and then we can talk about other rumors around the AFOL verse. Yeah, that one officially licensed by Audi. 1:8 scale. That beast will be released August 15th. I mean, look at that front. That's like fuck around and find out. Here's some facts. Problem is, they don't have any price listed with it. But if you're into building cars and don't want to depend on Lego, Tada is definitely your go-to brand. I mean, other manufacturers have cars too, but from what I've learned and seen, Kada is top notch when it comes to cars. And yeah, you see why. Okay, let me just look up something. Yeah. I just bring up the old tab side open so we can catch up on. Yes, color bricks are compatible with Lego bricks. I couldn't be wrong, but as far as I know, they use bricks from Go Bricks, and that brand has, or that manufacturer has become top notch regarding quality and all that stuff. Kitty Graft and Stone Heap, yeah. No, they're the same scale. They're as far as I know the same scale as Lego. At least from what I've seen at the Nuremberg Toy Fair and online and in reviews, they're 100% compatible with Lego. Yeah. Another interesting thing before we get back to the Lego Funko Pops. First, I talked about the flood of new Lego sets and what it possibly means, because yeah, Lego is getting more and more expensive. Looks like their marketing isn't really listening to what AFOLs really want, like hospitals and other stuff. And yeah, I think people will get or will become more selective when it comes to Lego in the future and what they can afford and what they'll buy. And yeah, here's some news from Germany. Kitty Craft, which was revived by a German brick YouTuber, and Stoneheap do we'll get to that in a moment. Have announced a collaboration with a amusement park, Europa Park. So they will have limited licensed sets. I don't have any details yet, but since they should come fall 2026, can't be that far away. I'll keep you updated on that. And yeah, the German brand Blue Bricks has a new Stargate license. So that's so far from AFOL Europe. Back to your question now, is it more expensive to buy a set or to just buy the brick? Yeah, Stargate, finally. I hope you can get them in France too. It depends. With some stuff, it's definitely cheaper to just buy a set and to part sets out, like I did with Santa's Sleigh, which was retired at the end of last year. I still got two from Smith Toys to build a mock for my private winter village. You can check that out on my socials, because those are my creator socials. And if you haven't known yet, of course, those are the studio socials. How are the sets cheaper if they have to pay for the licenses? You mean break companies in general, or you mean yes, or you mean especially the Stargate series? Lego especially. Well, that depends on the market you have, for example, with Bricklink. Because if you want to build, for example, the Ecto 1 Afterlife, which was released with the release of the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie, if you would have tried to get those pieces separately from Bricklink, it would have been more expensive than to just buy the whole set. Or if we talk about those reindeer sets, I think Lego had had like $30 for it, or 25 or something. I'm not sure because it was end of last year, beginning of that year when it retired. When you look up those reindeers on Bricklink, one reindeer costs about €4. I don't have a hydrate regime, bro. I don't have one. But yeah, good point. I'll add one. Um. Okay, Crowpipe asked in chat, how are the individual bricks most expensive than the whole packaging and licenses they have to pay? Yeah, they might have them in Twitch by default, but you can remove stuff by default. No, I'm not trying out. I have my coffee here, I have my water here, so I'm staying hydrated, bro. That's really an interesting. Good lord, yeah. Yeah, to get back to your question, Grow, those pieces you see on Bricklink are mostly out of sets where people, or from bulk Lego, where people bought large amount of sets, large amount of bricks on, and yeah, pass them out, and yeah, they have to pay for sets. They want to maybe gain some money from it, because takes a lot of hours to part out sets and stuff. So that's why they are partly more expensive. It depends. It depends on the parts too, because if you have parts that are molded especially for that, or that are brand new molds, they are mostly more expensive than parts which are spread across like 500, 600, 700 sets. So those standard bricks, like 2x2 blades, 1x2 blades, 1x4 blades and stuff, they're pretty cheap. They're really cheap, especially if you say, okay, I can have them used too, or if you say I'm going to build a big MOC. Otherwise, there are still enough off-brand possibilities. I would give no general advice on it, but you can always look into alternative bricks like Go bricks and stuff, because they are mostly much cheaper than Lego, and only buy the parts you don't get from off-brand manufacturers, from Lego itself. So that would definitely tear the price down. Yeah, it's not like you can say, okay, there's a general formula how to handle that stuff. It's a lot of keeping prices in check. Yeah, we all hate economy. We all hate economy. It's a lot of keeping prices in, checking prices. Maybe seeing how you can get stuff cheaper in bulk. I have a good example. For my winter pizzeria mock, I needed like 9 or 10 parts, which are pretty rare because they were only in one set. And yeah, I had to pay a reason. I had to pay almost 20 cents per part. So I decided to do a bulk buy. I don't know why prices are always changing, but back to my example. So I did a bulk buy a bigger amount of pieces, and finally ended up with like 17 or 16 cents per piece. But yeah, I bought over 50 pieces from that specific part and that specific color, so it was okay for me. But I bought it because I wouldn't. I've already known. Okay, I would definitely need this for my MOCs. And part prices might vary by seasonal stuff. Like if people are planning and doing their winter villages, and white parts might get rare, the prices might go up a bit. It's always it's like in real economy, request and demand, or supply and demand. Yeah, I hope I could bring you some wisdom and knowledge, but yeah, even I, who's doing this for some years now with mock stuff, I have no Formula X. But good, but good. Yeah, the price goes down. The price goes down a little. As I said, when I bought like 9 or 10 from pieces from a specific p- part, I had to pay like almost 20 cents per piece plus shipping and handling. And when I did a bulk buy by over 50 pieces, um, I did pay much less. I put some other pieces in that order as well. So the shipping and handling per piece went cheaper, and of course, the price per piece went a bit down. So yeah, best you can do, if you can do it, and if you know, okay, you need a certain amount of pieces, watch the prices a bit, and when there is a price drop, try to buy them in bulk if you can afford it, and if you have the space to store them. Do you have other pieces you need to cover? Other topics you need to cover? I'd love to see some of your work. Yeah, some of my work. We can I can pull up the website in the browser. So that's basically most of my work, except my private projects. If that would be something you are interested to, and if you want to see me working, you need to jump in when I'm doing anything you're comfortable. Okay, let's have a look on my website. Well, since the new modular will be a clock tower, small hint what's coming up. Yeah, those are PDF instructions. And more important, I have a newsletter. So if you want to stay up to date about my releases and don't want to mess around with Discord or stuff, feel free to go on my website, subscribe for the newsletter. Yeah. The pictures are so sick, yeah. that are the heroes. That are the hero shots. And of course, this is only the landing page. Let's have a closer look at my nightlife series. Those are physical sets. That means I have a collab with an off-brand manufacturer where you can buy them and you get the link to the instructions. Do I list the pieces? Are the MOC instructions? Let's hit that one for example. That's an alternate build of the Fountain Garden set. And on my studio YouTube, I have the speed build for that. Of course, I have a number of instruction pages. I have a visual part list, like Replicable does. You can download the XML for Bricklink. It works for Brick02. That one works for Brick02. You get the PDF instructions, and you can import that XML into Bricklink. Check what parts you have, if you have your part there. Yeah, thanks for thinking that website is dope. Yeah, with my background, I have a high standard of keeping it simple and professional. Glad if you like it. Glad if you like it. But those are only my MOCs. Just a second. Sorry, short emergency. I need to be saved your page. Okay. Short emergency. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, gentlemen. I'm back. Yeah, bit about my background. I'm usually a software developer who's looking for a new job right now. But yeah, that might be the reason why that page looks so good. So yeah, dev, right? So I know what's technically possible and some other stuff. Yeah, let's have a look at some more instructions. Let's get, for example, that's my Alpine Postal Office. No, it doesn't update in real time, but I use Brickstore when I do part list in my management, like kind of management console. And then I'll do a weighted average from Bricklink snapshot at that moment. So that estimated cost is just like, that might be the case, but must not be the case. Just to give you a feeling how you could end up with those part costs. For example, this one says let's have a look at the pictures first, because with the premium instructions I supply some pictures of the instructions too. Yeah. You can't update it, upload it to Studio. You have to upload it to Brick. You have to upload the part list to Bricklink or to Brickole. But you can check those prices at Bricklink then. Okay, that is my backup from my server. Yeah, some interior shots. That's how my instructions look like. So this one has around has approximately 3,500 parts. Part cost is there when I did the pricing at around 395 euros. The renderings are like, when I do the product renderings, they are like half an hour to an hour per render, but it's high res. The design depends on how good the flow is. Because, for example, this one I threw together in about an hour and a half. That's a nice small display. That sushi board, kind of an hour or two. But yeah, of course, it's pretty easy for me due to all that technical background, and yeah, sometimes I make some money. And my first big MOC, which got me into the off-brand manufacturer leak is that one. And yes, you can still buy this at Lesty. So if you prefer the physical sets, that down here, yes, that's modular. And that's just one big model, which you can buy only in one stack. Ew. Yeah. And the Nightlife series is modular too, and it comes with printed parts. For example, that tattoo shop, and those Nightlife series sets are already prepared for lightning kits, since Lasty will do more with lightning in the future, like Lumi breaks. Some nice details. And if you want the big banger, a whole dance club. Ah, thanks, Zab, thanks. Really appreciate that. Looking from the top. The DJ booth with printed parts. Yeah. And as I said, all prepared for lightning. And there are more modules coming. Those 4 are already at the market. The whole series will hold 9 to 10. There's a police station coming. There's an adult club coming. And some other stuff like, yeah, nail studio and stuff like that. So it fits perfect into a modular city. The price of the big pirate MOC is, I think, around. there is no just the instructions, because it's a physical set. You buy it with the parts. Okay, the big one you want to see? To be honest, a lot of AFOLs prepare it with the parts. Okay, let me know when that time's over. I'll hydrate in between with a sip of coffee. Ah, you're back. Okay, let's check this one at Lasty, cause I have a creator code with them. You might go to the German store and switch to English then. All right, that's the actual price in euro. And yeah, with TyrolMOCs 20, you can get 20% off on that set on Lasty. I mean, it's 19. See the part count. If you are into my Nightlife series, for example, or in that pirate tower and the expansion sets. Yeah, must be a big box. Let's get. I think that might be more for you, because that's modular and you can buy the own modules, and those are expansion models where you can have more medieval expansions or more pirate style expansions. So they are basically for expansions for the pirate tower. Let's check that one out. I think that price is kind of more affordable for you. Uh, designer copies would be nice, but no. But not always. From the Nightlife series, from the kebab shop, I get an example in the next weeks. Otherwise, I have the possibility to buy my sets for me at self costs. So I have not to pay additional stuff. So I get it at self cost. What it was cost to manufacturer. Um, mm, half cost. Not sure if it's half cost or not. Um, I I need to look. I need to look it up. But yeah, at self cost, like that was what would it cost the manufacturer, is of course way better, way better. But I have a collab with another off-brand manufacturer, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet. But from them I get a designer copy. But that was a commission. That was a yeah, that was a commission design order. Yeah, I hope I can drop that news soon. And to be honest, um, just thinking how I could say that the best. To be honest, Lego would be so fucked up if they would come up with a certain set. Alright, any further questions, any further stuff you want to talk and chat about in today's episode of Brick Chat? If so, we can dive deeper into it. If not, I would end this episode. But yeah, you just gave me a point talking about that I can't afford that. Yeah, that's a problem what I see with Lego and their flood of high price sets. I think AFOLs will be more selective in the future. What's your take on that, Crow and Zeb? Just joined your Discord. Nice, nice. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. The question is your take on that flood of partly overpriced adult displays that sometimes give us AFOL the feeling that Lego is not listening to what the community wants, especially when it comes to the yearly modulars. Because AFOLs demand a hospital or school or everyday buildings at a modular size every year. I mean, basically, Lego ignoring the wishes is good for me because I can have my piece of the cake. Um, yeah, and my take is people will be more selective, especially if prices still go higher. I mean, there are a lot of people who have the fear to miss out and buying every stuff. But for example, the recently you don't buy a lot of Lego. Yeah, they did. With some sets, you definitely see they overcharge. So high price doesn't always mean good value. That's why I mostly wait till certain sets are on sale. That Fountain Garden, I did that alternate build off. Um, I got it from Lego for like 65 bucks, 65 euros. So 35 euros underneath the original price. And I only bought it because I know I can use that part for MOCs. Because especially those printed tiles are very, very pricey and replicable. And I think people will get more and more selective, and especially with Lumiprix and other companies coming up with less stickers, more printed parts, light kit integration and stuff. Yeah, Lego will breathe in thin air now, especially if those alternative brick brands get the chance to hit the shelves like Lego does. If you go, for example, in Smith Toys and see Lego, that's at this price, Lumibricks, that's at this price. Oh, that's cheaper. Yeah, some sets you can say it's okay, but for example, um, as I already said, that the X File set, I would be more down for the gift with purchase than the original set or the main set. I mean, of course, Lego has to pay several license fees. Uh, you have the X File set on the way. Are you keeping the GWP? It was on back order. Yeah, then have fun building it. I watched a streamer building it. Looks still nice. Ah, but yeah, the it doesn't catch me. I like Scully more in that laboratory clothes, but that's my personal take. What's your opinion? Especially since you have a really big Lego collection, what I saw on stream. Will people be more selective in the future? What sets they buy, and how will that affect Lego's marketing strategies and possibly higher market shares for alternative brands? What's your take on that, Zap? Yeah, I know that your collection have grown massively. that's why I wanted to have your take on the. Why do you need help? Yeah, he is addicted. And right now he's building the grand piano. I already watched him this morning. Well, same here, same here. I have more like a space problem because, yeah, my Lego room is basically my home office, and I have some football stuff here too, and still don't know how I'll organize things in the future and stuff. Yeah. But if I would have the money and the space, I would have a Lego house. Yeah, space will always be a problem, Zap. But I still don't know your thoughts on how the flood of sets and the rising prices and and beside rising prices, more sets competing for the same amount of buyers will affect the selectiveness of the AFOLs. Because first of all, it's hard to keep up with everything what's being released. It's almost, in my opinion, almost impossible to kind. Yeah, it's right now mad because you're almost it's almost impossible to keep track on everything what's being released, especially when you consider off brand alternative brand manufacturers too. Yeah, keeping up is a full time job in itself. Yeah, and I think my take is people will be more selective in the future what they buy. Even with that big market in the US, even they will say, "Hey, we can't afford all that shit." And we don't have the space for everything, so we will be more selective in the future. And that's indeed a fact that especially the US market is one of the biggest Lego markets. Yeah, Reddit does a good job there. And about those leaks, as I said, I would be totally down for upscale Captain Rex. If it looks good, because I have that upscale Darth Vader too. Oh, that reminds me that I still have to get those mega figure, those Darth Vader mega figure. But first, I need some more shelves and some redecoration in my office room and some, yeah, sorting out stuff. Yeah, I'm not using Reddit often too. That's just not my cup of coffee. Yeah, that scale up stuff is nice. That scale up stuff is nice. what I did, maybe I'll post some pictures somewhere or send them to you by DM. Or let's just have a look in my Discord right now. Let me change that real quick. Okay, let me try something. Uh, did I just need to check where I put it in? Then I'll show you something very interesting. Okay, found it. That body is from Lesty, and the helmet is the original Lego Mandalorian helmet. And yeah, that one looks sick. And that were the building steps. And yeah, part quality is great. So if you buy from Lesty, part quality usually is great. They work with GoBricks too. And this thing is, yeah, let me check. Oh, do I have... Yeah, that figure is... yeah, you can take the head off, you can take the upper body off, the torso. And this one has a side, has a height of like an A4 paper sheet. And those were legs, you can move them. With the upper body, with the torso. Arms are movable too. Yeah. And the helmet on top. And that was a fun build too. I had two of those Halloween barn sets. I got them from Smith's Toys, like buy one get one free, because one was around half of the price as Lego demanded it, and some CMF minifigures, and was like, just okay, let's roll together to that and see what happens. Yeah, small build but nice build. any further discussions, gentlemen? Yeah, I know. The Shrek minifix will be out in September. And to be honest, I will get the whole series, but what I'm more waiting for, to be honest, the Super Mario, which is rumored for beginning of 2027. I don't know which confirmed state it is right now, but yeah, I heard from several valuable sources. Yeah, me too. I get them all. With a recent series, I focused on the Monster Hunters because I could use it. Um, the monster was like, okay, looks good. Might be good for some spooky stuff. Yeah, me too, me too. I have the chocolatier, that the Choco Girl, and I have a lot of tuba players. That's what I've been mostly in the hunt for, the tuba players. Cause once I have the space to set up my, me too. I have the Super Mario Kart, the big one. I have the Piranha Plant, and I have that Game Boy. Bionicles, Ninjago. And you mean the Lego magazines with those minifigures? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. No, the headroll sets. Maybe I missed out on that. Bear with me, I had my dark ages till around 3 years ago, when my daughter came up with the idea, Daddy, pirate, a cool pirate island would be nice. Yeah. And that cool pirate island idea ended up with that banger of 19,000 pieces of pirate island. And before I had my dark ages. And they were pretty long, like when I was, yeah, 16, 17, somewhere around there, maybe earlier, not sure anymore. But yeah, somewhere in my teenage years till mid-40s. How many projects do I have in the works at the same time? Depends a bit. Because especially when it's designed, yeah, steampunk rocket sounds nice. Regarding the number of designs I have in the works at the same time, it varies, because it can be that I have some designs almost finished, and just checking in some stuff with manufacturers. That can be 2 or 3 at the same time for the same manufacturer. Sometimes it's like I'm working on a bigger mock, but running kind of out of ideas, but have ideas for something else, and I started. I would say two or three Yeah, two or three designs at the same time without struggling. But I can afford that since I have kind of a an own written software where I can. No, two or three designs isn't much. Um, where I can manage all my marks. When I say, okay, that one is released, I just set the release date. I just set the life cycle state of the mock to released. A few minutes later, there will be an announcement in Discord. It will be available on my website and all that stuff. So I did a lot of automatization just because I can and I have the technical knowledge. Yeah. And of course, I have a backlog of private projects like Private Winter Village. I want to do two private Star Wars MOCs, but part costs are expensive. They would be around 3,000 euros if I do all Lego. So that's why I am considering bulk buys where it doesn't matter. Use off brand. Not always, not always. I would like to do it always or have the possibility to do it always, but it's not always possible. But yeah, I mean, I have the ability to do it. Why not? But yeah, that's an interesting take. There's always gonna automate stuff. Yeah, but there's stuff you can't automate. Yeah, take care of yourself too, and hope to see you soon. Yeah, yeah. See, Crow, Crow nailed it. See you next time, man. Have a good one. Yeah. Okay. I'd say we had an awesome discussions with some technical oopsies and ouchies. Yeah. Crowbite, Sabloka, thanks for jumping in, thanks for catching up, thanks for taking part in the discussion. It was a pleasure discussing stuff with you, like sitting in a bar or something, having some drinks, talking Lego or talking bricks. It was absolutely awesome. And yeah, with that words, I'll end my stream. Hope to see you next time. Check out my schedule to be updated. Yeah, grab a beer next time. And maybe some chips. Yeah. So, see you next time when it's time again for the Brick Talk with Shadow. Or maybe a design with Shadow or mock building with Shadow. We'll see what's up next. And yeah, till then, have a good remainder of your day. Enjoy the weekend at the fullest and stay healthy. Take care of yourself and see you next time.